Oh, Canada. I am here from the States myself, but here with our favorite Canadian. I am Max Gieser. This is Reality Alert, and I am here with Vanessa Clements, aka player 071. She was in the final five on Squid Game, the
Zero
challenge.
17. Sorry, don't
Zero
mean to interrupt.
seventeen. Did I say 7-1?
You did.
There's so many numbers. There's
There's
so
so many
many.
numbers.
I'm reading
Dude, mine's a
them.
low number. How can you mess it up? Come
I
on.
don't know. I'm literally
It's
reading
on
it.
the poster.
I know, I'm reading it and I still mess them up. I've never had to deal
No,
with
it's fine.
numbers
It's
before.
fine. I'm an eye diagnosed dyslectic as well. I don't even know how to speak now.
Don't diagnose
I'm
me. I
teasing
don't
you.
have, you just said as well. I am not dyslexic. I just have too many numbers in my head.
Okay, fair. All right. Well, I'm just teasing.
How are you doing today, Vanessa? How's it going?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
I'm good. Are you back on Prince Edward Island?
I am. I'm
Are
back in
you,
my home, back on my island, loving life. It's cold, of course, but other than
yeah.
that, it's paradise. So
Are you back fishing for lobster?
I'm not. So we do not fish lobsters in the winter months here because
Huh?
of our seasons. For conservation and because it's just too freaking cold. Fun fact, our ocean actually freezes. So it's literally impossible for us to fish in the winter.
Do you ice fish?
I do some ice fishing, but not
Sick.
lobster. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
yeah,
lots
I
of ice
assume.
fishing for like smelts and eels and different things. If it's in the ocean, I consume it.
Do you get an ice hut and stay in it like they do in the
Yes.
movies?
hmm
What?
Yeah, we call it smelt shacks, and I
So
know it's
cool.
so funny to tell.
So
I
sick.
remember telling people about that in the games too. They're like, I didn't actually think that was a thing, but okay.
I did. I just think it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's old school and it's fun. We make a little fire in the shack, and oh, you bring the beers and you have a great time.
Molson, because you're in Canada, drink
We do.
Molson. Bl-
Wow,
Is
you know your Canada. I'm
and
impressed
is
actually. Yes,
Blatt the
mostly
other one?
Canadian.
Blatt? Is Blatt one of them? Did I make that up? No, I
Oh,
made it up.
Labatt Blue. Labatt. Yes, I
Labatt,
know. I
Labatt
don't drink
Blue. Yeah,
Labatt.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, Labatt Blue. I
Let's
don't drink that, but
go.
when times are rough, maybe pull out some Labatt. But
Yeah, I had a friend that went to McGill, so I go visit him sometimes
okay,
in
yes.
Montreal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I have a little
Right.
Canadian culture. I
I
know it's
love that
different
because
from.
I'll tell you, man, it was rough in that game in terms of the Americans. I tell them I'm from Canada. I'm from Prince Edward Island. They'd be like, "Is that close to Toronto?" And I'm like,
No,
"And no,
no, no, no. Very, very far
not at
away
all.
from there. No, no, no,
There
no.
is so much more to Canada than
Yeah,
Toronto." But
pretty big. Canada's pretty big, actually.
mhm, I think land wise, we're even bigger
Yeah,
than the states, but
yeah.
definitely not population wise.
Well, that was kind of like the big thing on the show is that you kind of appeared out of nowhere in like the final episodes, and we just get this confessional from you where you tell a story that you're a lobster. What is the term? Do you like to be called a fisher, a fisherwoman, a
I
fisherman?
know.
Like, what is your
I just say I'm a lobster fisherman. Like there's
lobster
no
fisherman? Okay,
yeah, I don't think of the gender when I think of that. I
okay,
just say fisherman. Yeah. So don't worry
yeah.
about that. Yeah.
So you're a lobster fisherman, and
Uh-huh.
your father. I'm never gonna anything sore, but your father didn't want you to come with him, so you did it on your own. That was kind of the story of it.
Essentially, yeah. It's a little bit of a long story, but yeah, my dad was like the thing is it's like I said, we don't fish all year, so it's actually a very important time when we are fishing. We kind of have to make our money for the year and things like that. So I guess, God love him, but I don't think he had the confidence in me that I could do it. So yeah, I went and got my own job. It was very difficult. I actually pretended to be a man on my like online ads looking for work just so I could get the initial call.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, then they'd call me and they'd be like, "Put your boyfriend on." I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. It's me. I want the job. Me." And I got all kinds of excuses from like my wife would kill me if I hired you, or women are unlucky on the boat and things
Oh
like
my
that. But
god, so
I finally got my
stupid.
way into the industry, actually through my native ancestry, and I was able to get a job and prove to him that I could do it. And many, many years later, he did hire me, so it was a really good
Wow.
full circle moment for me. Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
ask what you mean by your native ancestry, just out of curiosity?
Yeah, of course. So I know I don't appear it, but I'm actually on my father's side. I have native blood, meaning like the original people here of Canada. I know that there are Native Americans as well. I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually Native Canadian, I guess you could call it, um, through my father's side. So I was able to get a job through that because the Native Council of Prince Edward Island has a few boats and they were willing to hire me and
Oh,
give me
very
that
cool.
chance. Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
was
that's
wondering
kind of
what
the way.
but I wasn't asking because I didn't think you looked native. I
No,
was
no, but I just always make sure to say that because I
No,
know
I
that
know.
I
I
I
just
know
wanted to
I
make it.
don't look it.
I know that you didn't think that, but I wanted to make it clear to anybody listening that I was curious about the connection because I thought it was probably interesting
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
job. Yeah. So are you the only people are like, why aren't you talking about Squid Game? I'm just curious. Are you the only person are you usually the only woman on these boats?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really cool.
I've definitely never worked with another woman. I know of a few other women who are in the fishing industry too. Like there's a few of us, very little, but it's just one of those rare jobs these days where it's just a man's world.
Yeah.
Completely. Yeah. So, it's slowly but surely I'm trying to change that narrative behind it, and that is what I wanted to use the money for actually was to I wanted to buy my own boat, my own gear, have my own operation out at sea, and it costs millions of dollars to
Yeah.
do. So it's something that I was going to use the money towards, but
And then you could have had a fucking reality show about that. People would have
oh
loved that
man,
shit.
you
I would have
imagine
watched
like
that if you're like starting
yes.
to bring like women into fishing and you're like getting
Mhm.
like it didn't need to be like a messy reality show. It could have been like a docu show, about fishing, but that would have been so
Yeah.
cool. I would have been
Yeah.
all about that, just a documentary.
Yeah.
Um so are you also a reality TV fan just in general before I ask
Big
my
time.
next question? Okay.
I really am. I'm Survivor, Amazing Race, Big Brother, Squid Game, obviously.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorite ones. I watch Traders too, and I mean all of them. Even like Love Is Blind and stuff. I love that.
You're at the right place. You're
Yeah.
on the right podcast.
Yes, I seen you were interviewing the buddy there on the latest
Anton,
season.
yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's like our main show. So I saw that you were on the ill-fated Big Brother Canada season 8.
I
I
was.
learned.
I
So
was.
that was the season that was shut down because of COVID, right?
It was.
That sucks.
Dude, so I mean, I first and foremost, I was the first person from Prince Edward Island to get onto Big Brother. So, like me, my entire province, we were so pumped. It took 8 seasons to get someone from there on it. So we were, I think everyone was just like, I wanted to win so freaking badly, and yeah, like before I even entered the game, like I never heard of COVID. COVID wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
I believe it probably existed in China at that time, but we certainly never heard of it in our news yet. So then, anyways, yeah, I mean, I entered. There was a 15-day sequester period, and then I was in the Big Brother house for 25 days, I think it was. So during that 45 days is when COVID essentially took over the world, and then that's when our season got canceled, and I never even heard of COVID before. And yeah, having the producers tell us that they were going to send us home early and everything, we were just so confused because we were like, huh? What's COVID? What do you mean? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on out there?
Did they initially tell you what was going on and try to keep the game going, or were they just like COVID is happening, we're canceling it?
They did give us a warning. I think 2 days before the season got cut, they did like sit us down. The producer came over the microphone on the big microphone or whatever, and she was
Uh,
just like, she did let us know like there's a sickness going around. Because I mean, some people in there had kids, some people had parents who weren't doing so well health wise. So I think it was important for them to just kind of let us know like shit's going down, but we're gonna keep playing. We all got letters from our family at that point. My parents were gone at the time, but anyways, I did get a letter from someone in my family
Oh,
just saying
that's why
like,
you used air. I was like, why are you putting in air quotes? Why?
yeah,
Because
no,
not from your family.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I had to get one from like an aunt or something, but she
Yeah.
did let me know that like my parents are alive, everyone's still kicking.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Did you
I
see
was,
producers in person at this time, or was it still over the Big Brother God mic?
yeah, no, Big Brother was strict in the sense of like
I just
they
didn't know
wouldn't
if
let
like
us
if like
see
because I
other
know I just
humans.
didn't know because COVID they were like, okay, we need to like
Yeah, no,
no, they were still doing the Big Brother thing.
they
Yeah,
were
that's
still doing
funny.
the Big Brother thing. Believe me,
Wow.
like I was still a have not sleeping on the floor when they were telling us about COVID. So no, the game didn't let up until literally the day of it getting canceled.
That sucks. I was looking at pictures of that house. That house was sick because I was looking
The
up what your
house was sick.
season was. I mean, the Big Brother house is always. Did you guys have like a Wendy's or whatever that season or something?
We did.
Yeah.
The head of household got to bring someone to Wendy's, which was like
So that
gold in
house is
there.
so much sicker than the American house. You guys have such a cool house.
I love that you say that. I miss Big BB Can so much. I hope it comes back.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't watched like a full season, but I watched like
Okay.
I cover so much and watch so
Well,
much reality TV. It's hard
yeah,
to add Big Brother Canada on top of like
that's fair.
Big Brother and everything else I watch. It's like oh, it's hard, but I want to one day. I do.
I get it. I get
And
it. I
Arissa
totally get
Cox
it.
is I love her. She's great. So
Love Arissa. Yeah,
yeah.
she's
Okay,
great.
let's get into Squid Game. How did you end up on Squid Game?
So, because of the way my season ended, I actually kind of was like, well, I want to do something and have it not end from a pandemic and kind of just see how I would do. So I mean, I just applied, man. I watched season one, and at the end of the credits, they were like, "If do you think you can do this, apply." And I was like, "Heck, I think I can do that." Um, Applied. A year later, got the phone call. Like it was a very long process, but yeah, that's how I
Did
ended
they
up on
talk to you
there.
at all about being on Big Brother? Were they like? Did they
They
ask you about
were
it?
they were curious about it for sure. I think,
Mhm.
when I was in the game, although the production, they were like, "This is so interesting and cool," but they're like, "Unfortunately, because it's not a Netflix show, we won't be able to actually have you talking about Big Brother on the
Yeah.
show." So that kind of sucks because I know a lot of people were confused about that. They're like, "Why didn't they ever bring up the fact that she was on Big Brother?" But it's not a Netflix thing. So it's Netflix doesn't talk about other platforms.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised because they had the Survivor players on the first season, like Figgy. Maybe she was the only one, but she didn't talk about it and she was featured. So
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
So
it makes
they
sense.
just keep it hush hush.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um it just seems to explain you're like, I was on Big Brother and then COVID happened and then it was canceled. And then I'm like, from an editing standpoint, maybe they were like also like, it's complicated, it's like
Yeah.
we,
Well,
we,
no,
we'd
that's
rather have
it.
you
That
talk about your fishing story, it's
e-
like
exactly.
it's a little more
In a show
comprehensible.
that like literally 17 days worth of stuff is cut down to like these
Yeah.
9 short episodes, they're not going to put me talking about Big Brother on there.
If
Yeah.
you had won Big Brother or gone to fourth place on Big Brother, I would have been like, that's too relevant. You have to get the rights. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Right? Thank you. But
uh,
anyway.
so all right. So you get on. Had you applied to other reality shows?
Not really.
Okay,
I'll be
not
honest,
really.
I'm very selective because of my fishing career. Like
Yeah,
I can't do it when fishing is on because I can barely have time to shower, let alone go do a reality show. Like so it just has to work out good for me where it's kind of during the winter months.
hmm
A lot of Canadian reality shows are not during the winter months, so it's tough. I'll hopefully do more, but it does have to work out time wise for me.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they have the Traders Canada now.
I
Uh,
know, I know. I think that might be filmed in the summer months as
I think it is
well.
too. Yeah, it's just because it's
Yeah, but
airing now. Yeah,
yeah. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm not closing the door completely.
yeah,
But it does make things more difficult. With Squid Game, it was just perfect. It was in the middle of winter. It was like the thing to compare it to Big Brother is like it was such a short commitment. Like it was like I said, 17 days in and out. Whereas Big Brother, I mean, I was there for 45 days and the damn thing got canceled. It wasn't even halfway done. Like
yeah.
it's such a long game, Big Brother. So I really liked Squid Game where it was like boom, boom, boom. We're gonna do something every day and get this done.
Yes. All right, well, let's get into Squid Game. What did you play during the pentathlon? What was your task?
Gongji. I keep getting told I'm
Is that
pronouncing it wrong.
the little dice, the
The
little dice
dice
thing?
game,
So
yep.
had you practiced it?
I did.
All right, that would have been
I
crazy if you were like, I just have a good feeling about this. I
Yeah, I'm
didn't.
just gonna go roll with it. No, as
I'm
soon
just
as I
good with
watched Squid
things.
Game season 2,
Yeah.
I bought the set because I was like, well, there's a good chance we're playing some of these games on there. And that's just the one that drew me the most. I was like getting pretty good at it actually. And yeah, me and my pentathlon team, fun fact, were the fastest competing team.
Wow.
Hmm
How did you learn that?
Production told us whenever, because we were essentially one of the last, second to last teams to compete. And then, like that evening, there was a production member just kind of like pull us aside and they were like, you guys were literally the fastest. I was like, that's pretty
So
cool.
was it like nobody struggled? Was it like
We had it good. We had it really good.
even the House of Cards? Nobody was like crimping the cards. Nobody
No,
was.
and not using the mouth and like
Yeah.
love Grace, by the way. But yeah, no, Vicky, who did the House of Cards for us, she actually had like a brace on her hand. She had a weak wrist, I believe, or something. And so I was nervous. I was like, oh, how is she gonna do with that? Man, she like her whole life she's been making House of Cards. She did it fine. We had no problems.
Wow.
And
That's
that's why
crazy.
it's not shown. They want to show that the teams that are like neck and neck and struggling and everything else. Whereas us, it was just like, we're done.
Yeah. How else did you prepare for Squid Game besides like Gongji? Was it
um, I tried to, not that I have a whole lot of bad habits or nothing, but just tried to like sleep better, get into a rhythm of the UK time too. Um,
Oh.
Not that it's too different from me. I think it'd be 8 hours difference for you, whereas it's only 4 hours different for me. But still, honestly, not a whole lot other than that. Like I just watched the show a lot. Watched season 1. I studied how Mai played her game. She didn't volunteer for anything. She didn't stick her neck out ever, and that's just what I tried to do: is lay as low as I possibly could. I knew as someone going in as like I thought I was going to get in there and they're going to be I thought there was going to be survivor players. I thought there's going to be Big Brother US players cuz like if I was going in there, surely there will be other ones. Nope, there wasn't.
Yeah.
So I knew early on when there wasn't other reality people that I might have a bit of a target just based on the fact that I've been on a show before. And I did. A lot of people had a feeling of like, "Oh, you had your chance. Get out of here." When in
So you told
reality,
people.
I didn't not tell people, but when I'm first meeting somebody, would it be the first thing out of my mouth? No, absolutely not. I would more so tell people about my fishing career and things like that, as opposed to, yeah, I was on Big Brother, you know what I mean?
Do you wish you had kept it a secret?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. No, people recognized me. There was some people who I couldn't have kept it secret anyway.
Oh, really? There were BB Can fans in
There was.
there. I guess that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, the people who love the reality
The
TV
shows,
shows, like,
yeah. No, I'm
they'll watch.
450. That makes I'm thinking 450. It's not like it's a if it was a cast of 10 people, I
No,
would be like,
exactly.
there's a chance nobody knows.
Oh,
456
definitely.
reality fans from all over the world. Yeah, yeah. You might
There's
as
a
well be
chance.
honest about it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there was some message me after filming actually and say like, I recognized you and I knew you, but I didn't want to call you out, so I didn't even speak to you. And I'm like, okay, thanks, I guess. Like,
We have Kurt in the Instagram chat. He says, "You're the best friend. Miss you. Have to jump soon. Have to jump soon. What does that
have
mean?
to jump soon.
Have to jump soon.
I
Where are
love
you?
Kurt so
What are you
much.
guys jumping to or
I'm
off
not
of? What are you
sure.
doing? Okay.
Okay, wait, is this like live on?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, I didn't know this. Okay.
You're not listening. I said we were live.
Okay, I thought you meant live as in like we're recording now.
No, we're
Okay,
live.
hi Kirk.
Yeah,
Hi.
he's on the Instagram.
Oh, that's
He's saying hi
amazing.
on Instagram. Yeah.
Love me my dorm dad.
uh, let's move on to Catch. Did you have once you learned what was happening with Catch? Did you have a strategy?
Well, do you remember who kicked off Catch?
You
It's me. Yeah. So I
Sorry,
actually didn't
all I
have to have
remember
much
from Catch is
strategy.
Mark losing, the
I know.
Twinfluencers, the bald cop, and
And Viper.
Viper, and then the comedian Peter with the disadvantage.
Yes. Okay. So basically, I was on the team with, I love the twin, what'd you call them? Twinfluencers?
Twinfluencers. That's what they are. Did I
So
coin that term?
I love it.
Maybe.
I never heard it yet. So I actually was on the team with him and Matt, the bald cop guy that you are referring to. Um, so here's what's crazy. I was about fourth or fifth position originally, okay, and then like 5 seconds before production, like production kind of told us like, all right, you have 2 seconds to lock in your positions, and that's where you're gonna be. No more changing. So then, right before we had to lock them in, there was a couple guys behind me. I think Austin might have been one. And anyways, they were like, "Hey guys, can we not have like at least one woman in the front?" Because the twins put themselves in position 1 and 2, right? So, anyways, the twins agreed to that, and I actually ended up going in that very first position. And then what we all didn't know was, well, how are they going to pick who goes first? Boom. Actually, it ended up being the lowest number gets to go first, and I had the lowest number in the entire dorm. So it worked out for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a confident thrower and catcher in general? Do you think you would have
Yeah.
done
I
fine
mean,
from far back? You seem pretty confident about this whole thing. So
yeah. I think I would have been all right, but I mean, I didn't even have to make a catch. I only had to do
you only
a
had to
six.
throw.
I only had to
Oh,
do it
because you
because I got
started it
to
off. Sorry, you're
I
saying
got
that.
to
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
got to start
awesome.
it off.
Yeah,
So
like a
so
2 foot
I
throw.
had it
Yeah,
really easy in catch. I got to
yeah,
sit back and watch the entire show
that's
play
pretty
out.
good.
Yeah, it was pretty good, not gonna lie. That one was all right by me.
Yeah. Did you have any involvement in the Russian nesting doll?
In the what now?
The nesting doll, the Russian doll? No.
No. No, no, no,
You
no.
don't
I
play with
stayed.
dolls, you fish. You
I don't.
ice fish.
Yeah, I
You
don't play
you
with
summer fish.
dolls.
Yeah.
No, again, I just go back to I wanted to play like I wanted to play to win. And that means
Unscripted.
don't put yourself out there. Don't take the doll. Like, even though it could be a good thing, like, I don't know. Sometimes in Squid Game, like, a good thing is always going to be a bad thing anyway,
Yeah.
depending.
So Trey from season one, he gave his 3 rules of Squid Game, which I really
Okay.
like, and I feel like you're kind of agreeing with them. These are the 3 rules. 1, never volunteer for anything. 2, always play the game. And 3, never be first in line. What do you think about these rules?
Ooh, I guess the only one I would disagree with is never be first in line, because we just talked about catch and being first in line. It just depends on the game. Like, I get it. For Dalgona in their season, being at the first of the line was a bad thing because you
Yeah.
had to be one of the people like fighting for the shape. Um, I agree with most of what he said. Yeah.
But I guess I guess when I was talking to him, I think that the safest place to be on average is the middle of the line. I think you should aim for the middle because Glass Bridge, it was the safest to be in the middle of the line. I think Catch on average safest to be in the middle of
Hmm.
the line
Hmm.
because the back would have fucked you over.
Oh
The front
yeah,
is obviously the safest. I think that if you aim for the middle of the line in these games where you don't know what's happening, on average, the middle is going to be the safest.
I
No one,
agree.
no one gets
Because
fucked over
look,
being in the middle.
let's jump ahead to slides and ladders, okay? Where the door monitors had the power to pick where we got placed and
Yeah,
how we entered the game, right? So I actually was put in the last position, very last, with Chris, and we actually ended up getting first place in slides and ladders. So it was good for us because it was like, hey, by the time we get to the slides, they're already going to be determined by the other people which ones are the safe and which ones are the
yeah,
elimination slides. So, but again, if you were in the middle, you probably would have been all right on that game as well.
yeah.
But
I think that's the rule. On average, aim for the middle because it's probably safest, maybe not most advantageous, but it's not like ending up on the
yeah,
the, the front for Glass Bridge or the
yeah,
back for Catch. They'll
exactly. Yeah,
probably change it
that's
now.
that's a pretty safe rule for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I agree with always playing the game and never volunteering for everything. I
Oh, yeah.
just don't see you never really get it. My thing said eventually you should volunteer for things.
I guess like to a point, I get what she's saying, but here's the thing. This is not a game where you need to turn it up at the last part in the last half to get the jury votes, okay? This is not a jury votes game. Like you can literally be a piece of poop and win this game.
Yeah.
Which is wild. So I don't know, like yes, there is maybe a point where you need to start kind of putting yourself out there, but at the same time, Squid Game doesn't require you to be a hero.
No, I've seen some analysis of the way that like Perla was able to win, and she was pretty inactive in a lot of the games. And I'm not hating on her win. I think that she was smart,
No.
but like her brother gave her marbles. She didn't really have to do anything in Circle of Truth. In Red Light,
Mhm.
Green Light, I think that she was I mean, she let other people kind of make
Yes.
mistakes. It's kind of just
1000%. Perla
allowing,
was the coolest cucumber under
yeah.
pressure, and that's what helped her so much. Yeah.
Yeah, people are framing it as like she got lucky because other people like failed, but it's like no, she maintained, you know?
Yeah. And let's be honest, we all got lucky at certain points.
Well,
Like
it
you
is
don't
very much a game of luck.
yeah, you
You
don't
can't
win in Squid Game unless you're lucky.
we're
Like
not saying she's 100% skill based, but like you have to
mhm.
maintain you have to work with the luck, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And she was definitely a player who worked with the luck that she was given, for sure.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hate on her win. That's crazy, you know. Like yeah.
No, no, no. Yeah, no, me neither. I think Pearl is a well-deserved winner, and I think that she's going to do great things with it.
Yeah. What was Mingle like for you?
What was what?
Mingle, the scripted challenge.
Oh, yeah, the scripted challenge. Mingle was crazy for me. I don't know if you remember. I was out. I was every bit of out. And then this one room actually ended up having to remove one of their players, and I got to like
Oh
run across
yeah.
the entire thing and make my way in. So Mingle was crazy. I was with a group of 10 solid people, and we had plans for up to 10. But then they called 12, and I was like, crap, we're so done for. So yeah, I should have been out, but I got super lucky, and I took that lucky opportunity and turned it into an opportunity for myself and made it all the way to the end. So I don't know. Mingle was crazy though, very stressful. It took all day to film, which you don't get that by watching the episode. Um, I don't know how I made it through that game. I really don't.
Was Mingle scripted?
Mingle. Okay, let me say it. Let me say it. Let me say it real loud. Mingle was not scripted. Not a single second of it. Was the editing choppy and rushed? Yes. Does it kind of leave the person a little bit confused as to why all of a sudden we're banding together and holding hands? Maybe, but it's not scripted. I just wish that they would have shown the real brutal sides of it. I mean, the edit was so soft. There was people getting trampled. Um, yeah, it was bad. I mean, you put people in a room and say play this game for millions of dollars. Like, yeah, they're gonna trample and push and shove.
How many protests happened during Mingle?
I don't know why I can't remember this because I've honestly tried to remember myself, but I think like we tried to stop playing 3 times. I would say that's like come the later rounds, it was like 50% of the players were protesting, and the rest of us were like, guys, this is a multi-million dollar production. We're not going to be able to stop the game. You know what I mean? So there would, at first, it was like half the players were banding together, and half them were like, let's just keep playing. And then, then the next round, more and more people joined in on that. And then I'd say, like, as you could see in the episode, come the end of it, we were all like, all right, fuck this. Let's end this game.
How confident were you in it being ended?
Not confident at all. No.
Did you think you were going to get to split the money? I heard you guys were thinking you were going to get to split the money.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you, I thought come Final Four that they were gonna let us split the money.
Because that's what
But
happened.
no,
Because it wasn't
not
like a
when there's
plot point
like
in the show that you could split the money.
what's that?
I think it was like a plot point in season 2 or 3 that it was
Yes.
like you can split the money. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying is we stuck true to everything in season 2. We did the pentathlon. We even did mingle when season 1 couldn't do tug of war, but yet we could do mingle. That's crazy. And then the only other thing of season 2 that we didn't stick to was splitting the money. But no, I did not think that we would be able to essentially stop a multi-million dollar Netflix production, but I think it kind of worked. I think, like, eh, I don't know. Instead of us having to do that last round, they just let us stay on the platform. They brought us the marbles. I
How,
don't know. It was kind of crazy, man.
how long were you guys like standing on that platform and holding hands before the guards came out and did the whole marble
It was
thing?
a long time, and it's so long that like we even stopped holding hands. We were like, well, let's just sit down.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd be like, nap time. Let's
Yeah,
go.
exactly. Yeah, let's take a quick beat.
Who did you face in marbles?
Her name was Anne Lenny. She's from Vegas. She is a healthcare worker. She has a hell of a story, I'll tell you. Like her husband's on dialysis. Like she's the breadwinner for her family. So like
And you took the money away from her.
I
You're like
know.
telling me this story, and you're like proud of it.
I'm not proud of it.
You sound
It's just
you're like, look what I did.
no. She's just incredible. But like yeah, no, we
But you smoked her gladly.
yeah, I did not smoke her, but I mean, okay, well, I did beat her pretty good in our game. I will admit I did, but I think that she also admits that she was very much in her nerves and feelings and wasn't able to really focus because I knew
You're
that
stronger.
she didn't want to play a throwing game, and I knew that. And we essentially have to agree on the game, right? So
Yeah,
I actually suggested to her tic-tac-toe because there is a strategy behind tic-tac-toe. And I was hoping that she didn't know it, so she agreed. We played. We agreed that whoever wins 2 rounds gets to move on. And like every time I went first, I won. So it was a very quick game.
yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody suggested a game like that to me and I didn't know the strategy, I would be like, no, we're not
Well,
doing
that
tic tac toe.
I know. But
I
she
know.
was just
So
so
good move
happy
by
to not
you.
play a throwing game.
I know, good move by you, but I'd be like,
Right.
hmm, hmm.
Yeah. And when she was so happy, I was like, oh crap, she knows the strategy behind it too.
Yeah, I know.
Because essentially tic tac toe can forever end in a draw if you both know the strategy.
Yeah.
So we had a backup plan for if that was to happen, but it didn't end up happening. So
Wow. Have you since told her that you know the strategy and that you fucked her over for the money, even though she's so in need of it? She needs the money.
I think we have discussed it a little bit. Yes,
Yeah.
I think that she could tell after I beat her like so quickly that I knew the strategy. Yeah.
Uh, what did you think of the monitor twist?
It was all right. It was okay.
It was pretty fun to watch with the game the what do they call it? What do they call it? When you have to the kill yourself game, whatever. Yeah, that was
Oh, that sacrificing
the
game where they had
sacrifice. Oops, that's the better term for it. The sacrifice game. Yes.
yes, that was interesting. That was hella interesting to go down. I'm just glad that I wasn't part of the 3 people that they picked to go into that
Yeah,
room.
because they all went 2 out of 3. Why? Why would you do that?
I don't
Just go
know.
1 out of 1.
I
Human
don't know
human
because then and
psychology, though, is fascinating.
the edit made it look closer than
It
it
was
really
not. Yeah.
it was not. No, the white room, like the actual door monitors beat them like by a long shot for sure, for sure, for sure.
Okay, what happened in that room? Because in the monitors room, because what have you heard? Because what I have heard is that
Mhm.
one some people sorry, some people are saying that the guys were just kind of what we saw in the edit. They were chivalrous and they were just like, Kate, you don't have to do this. But then I heard maybe Matt, the bald cop, was talking about how she was just like, I'm not going to do it. You guys have to. What did you hear happened in this white room?
I don't think it was she definitely didn't say to them like, "I'm out, you guys duke this out." It
That's
here's
what I would do. That's what I would do.
right, right.
So I'm not
Here's
blaming
here's
her. It's a good
basically
strategy.
it's here's basically what I think happened is that what you don't see on the show is that Kate told us a lot about her son and her son who has this chronic illness. Okay, so
Yeah.
what we knew that she had this like really meaningful story and reason to be there. So I think that, to no fault of her own, she did use that. I think that she looked at the two men and said, "Hey, I'm here for my son." And I think that I really do have to give credit to Isaiah on this one. I think that he looked at Max and was like, "All right, you and I just duke it out." Like I think that they heard her out and that they on their own decided, you know what, we'll let her stay and it's going to be one of us.
Okay.
Which is good too, because rock paper scissors between two people is easier than three. Like it just they were able to kind of come to the conclusion of who was going to go quicker that way as well.
Well, in the other room, it looked like Matt tried to do that, but they wouldn't like listen to him, and then they had to do 3 people. He was like, "One of you just do it with me. Like, we have to do this." And then they had to do like 3 people doing odds and evens, 2 out of 3. Like, it
Yeah,
was, come on,
yeah,
guys,
that
it's Squid Game. It's luck. You have to be ready to just like die at any moment.
right.
Maybe it'll be a lesson to future players. Like when this shit happens, you just got to be ready to roll the dice.
Seriously though, I think that they picked a really good group of 3 people who, like, I swear those 3 people never talked before going into that room
It
together.
looked
So
like
I
it.
think like the dynamic wasn't there of like working together. So yeah, they picked it right for sure.
It looked like
Um
they hadn't spoken to anyone in days, or like they just showed up on set that day. That's what, that's
I
what the vibe was.
know,
Especially
and
because
that's
we
what the
hadn't seen
edit
2 of them
makes it
before. It
look
was so
like.
funny. I was like, "Well, who are these guys?"
I'm telling you, like we were all there playing, and
No, I believe it.
yeah,
It's just funny.
the show doesn't give anyone enough credit for
It's
sure.
too hard. I mean, there's so many people.
Yeah,
I do
so
think the
little
first
time.
season we got to know more people though. Like
Season
I
one had
rewatched
10
it.
episodes, whereas ours got cut down to 9, which is like, it's just devastating because you lose a lot of that relationship building, the dorm life, things like
Yeah.
that. The extra little bits all got
I think a
swept away.
combo of the approaches to both season, because I did like that the first season we got to know people more, but
Mhm.
the second season, not just there were less episodes, the episodes were shorter and everything kind of moved faster, and it did make it a little more fun to watch. So I think like a combination of the two, where we get more like character moments and more fun moments from people, and less like here's my sob story. Like that would
Yes,
be my
thank you.
ideal thing. Well, I know you feel this way because you like reality TV, and we're like, I don't really care why you guys need the money. I want to know about like you sometimes too. That's just my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah,
I
I couldn't
do
agree
like
more.
the real character moments, but I also want to know like what do you like about life? Like what do you do? Like what's funny?
Exactly. What does your face look like when you're smiling? Because they
Yeah.
never show any of us smiling. Or
Yeah.
you know, I remember my interrogation room where you're doing the interview in the normal clothes. Like I was in there for 2 hours, and they took like the 2 negative things I said alone. You know what I mean? Meanwhile,
Yeah.
everything else I said was positive, and they were like, "Ah, cut that."
No.
I mean, it's Squid Game. We're essentially in a prison. Like we're not supposed to be happy. Like I get it. They want it to look miserable.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's a lot for a reality show to
it's
sit
a
through
lot.
sometimes. It's a lot. How was Slides and Ladders for you?
Mm. That was an interesting one as well because, like I said, I was really nervous going into it because me and my partner got put in the last place in a game in which is a race. So the first 6 teams to the end get to go through, and here we are going last. So that sucked. But it ended up working out. I actually I got a strategy with the die. Okay, so let's say like it was a great big die, right? Big foam one. Basically, let's say 3 would have landed me on a slide. So that's the number I want to avoid. I would just put the 3 like on my rights on the outside, and I would just roll that die as straight as possible. So then it would only be one of the 4 numbers, not the outside ones.
Oh. Oh, a little
Ah,
strategy here.
I
Okay.
know. So I actually ended up doing really well in that game. I got the numbers I wanted. We climbed up multiple slides, and we were the first people out of there. So
You rigged it.
I
Amazing.
rigged it.
That's really smart. I feel like that is definitely something that somebody who watches reality TV would figure out. It's like you have to find the game
You
within
do.
the game.
You do. Because believe me, they were watching us roll. Like, I think there was one person that they were like, re-roll. Because it was just like, she kind of just like, kind of put it on the ground. Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
really,
yeah.
but I made sure to make sure it, like, I made sure it rolled so they couldn't say anything to me. But, I definitely, you have to think in there. If not, you're cooked.
Yeah. Do you watch the challenge at all?
A little bit. I need to get into it more,
Okay, well,
but
I was talking to Eric Reichenbach from Survivor, the one who gave up his idol to Parvati.
oh, Eric with the flary hair.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I
So
know who you
he
mean.
he was on here, and I was talking to Squid Game about him, and we were talking about the good players who they find the game within a game, kind of. And
Mhm.
Johnny
Mhm.
Bananas, like he's won like the most challenge seasons ever, and one of the reasons he does is that like every challenge, every like daily challenge, he's always kind of finding like how he can outgame the
The
system. It's
game.
like when I get to it, it's like how can I figure out like how production set this up and what's kind of the small thing to figure out. And it's kind of what you did,
Yeah.
very smart. It's like, okay, like there's got to be a way to kind of like outgame the game here. So good for
Exactly.
you. Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
figure out that you were able to do that with any of the other games on the season?
Trying to think if I'm just like looking, I'm just trying to think back on all the games. Not
Yeah,
really.
I feel like a
Like,
lot of the other ones weren't really adept because I'm always thinking
yeah.
about it too, and it's difficult. Yeah.
They had like, for example, in Mingle, I thought to myself, whenever I lost all my friends, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna run into a room and barricade myself in there, and people just have to deal with me being in there. But they have a rule of like, you have to stay on the platform until it clacks and sounds, and like, they production definitely thought through some of what we would have thought through ourselves, so they kind of tried to avoid a little bit of that game within the game stuff. But yeah, I
Yeah.
found a little bit of it. Yeah.
So did it get personal for you at all with slides and ladders?
No, didn't get
No.
personal at all.
Weren't
No.
yelling at anybody.
I wasn't in the fights. Look,
You
look,
weren't
I
like,
played the
tell that to my
Canadian game.
lobster. Tell that to
Yeah,
my
I was just like
lobster.
the happy-go-lucky
Yeah.
Canadian in there, making friends with everybody, and I honestly got along with everyone. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I nothing got personal for me. I have no vendettas or bad blood with anyone.
That makes sense. Let's move on to what was next. It was Circle of Trust. We get to Circle of
Mm.
Trust. Did you kill? What happened in Circle of Trust for you? Walk me through your Circle of Trust experience.
What happened in Circle of Trust for me was, well, okay. After slides and ladders, because we got first place, my partner and I were given a 10-piece coin. This is all cut from the episodes, okay? So I actually, although I won't go into too many details, but I actually went into the boiler room by myself right before Circle of Trust, and I had an advantage during the entire game. And that is the only reason why I didn't get a box, because everyone was questioning what advantage I might have. And I think a lot of players had the assumption that if they gave a box to me, that they were going to be eliminated themselves or something. A lot of players actually thought that I also had the power to pick who gave out the boxes, which is also not true. But I know that I'm very quiet during Circle of Trust, but it's edited that way. I actually was the most targeted person in that game. People were coming after me. But it just kind of didn't fit the narrative that they were going with in terms of the storyline between like with Steve and Perla and all them. Because I wasn't part of any of that drama. But that's pretty much how it went for me. I mean, each round went. I took off that blindfold, convinced that box was going to be on my desk, and every round it wasn't. And also didn't have to give out a box. I sat in my seat the entire game, didn't move, and made it through.
Wait, so you were given a 10 coin and that gave you the power to eliminate somebody? What did it give you the power to do?
No, I'm actually keeping that little secret to myself. What the
Why?
advantage? Because I'm gonna make a video about it or something. I'm
Why can't you break it
honestly, you know
here?
why? Because it's driving the rest of my cast crazy, and I'm kind of loving it.
Oh, because they don't know. You never told them.
And it's the question I get the most from my cast members. What did you do in that boiler room? What was your advantage? So
This
I
isn't
honestly,
fair. This isn't fair to me. It's like
I know, I'm
I
sorry.
graced you
I'm
with my
sorry.
presence, and you won't grace me with your information.
No,
It's like,
I'm
what is this?
telling you
What's the
more
point
than
of this
I've told a
interview?
lot of people. Believe me, this is what I'll say is the advantage only had to do with myself. It didn't have to do with other players, nothing like that. But that's why no one gave me a box. Believe me, they wanted to give me a box.
This
People
show is
wanted
so
me.
scripted. This show is so
It's
scripted.
so scripted, isn't it?
This interview is probably scripted. This whole thing
Yeah,
is scripted.
let me refer to my lines here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
No, so
right.
that's what happened there. I mean, when it got down to 6 people, I mean, we thought we were gonna keep playing. We're like, this is gonna be like season one. We're gonna keep going till a smaller amount of people. But then again, Circle of Trust season one was 9 people starting off, and ours was 11. But anyways, but yeah, at one point they were just like, the game is over, and we were all like, huh? Is it? Okay, cool. Like, made it through that game.
And then you played shuffleboard.
Yes.
Uh, did you guys do you guys have any inkling that like Steven might be like a millionaire? Was that like at all? Like, do you guys have any like
I'll
idea?
be completely real. When Steve, and I told Steve this and we laughed, but when Steve told me he was a poker player, I was like, oh, you do need the money then. You're probably
Yeah.
struggling. Like, because like poker players are either very successful or they're
Yeah.
trying to make it, right? So I just thought that maybe he was one of them like trying to make it type of poker players. He certainly never told me about the millions that he won.
Oh, you
But
thought he was like living at a motel in Atlantic City or something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Under the
I just
boardwalk. Yeah.
thought, I just thought like, hey, he's trying to make it in the poker world. Little did I know he already made it in the poker world. Good for him. But yeah, definitely never thought he was a millionaire. No.
Yeah. And then shuffleboard, just what we saw, I'm guessing pretty easy
Yeah,
peasy.
pretty easy. I mean, I definitely didn't want to have to revoke my Canadian status on that one, so I wasn't going to lose in shuffleboard.
Is
Um,
shuffleboard one of the
it's
sports of can't it
very,
really?
very, yeah, yeah.
But ice shuffleboard curling is it because curling? Is that
Well,
why?
curling, yes, and then we got the shuffle. Yeah, their Canadians are obsessed with their sliding games.
Yeah,
But
hockey,
yeah,
curling, and then shuffleboard in the summer. Is that the
yeah,
situation?
pretty much. But
Oh, I didn't know that.
what
Interesting.
I will tell you is off camera, we had 2 practice shots, okay? Not with the line, but at the other end of the dorm, just kind of blind shots, just to let us get the feel of how it slides. And
Oh.
everybody else's practice shots were amazing. Mine were like 2 times too far. Like I overshot that thing, and so going into the game, I had myself convinced I was going to overshoot the pink line, and that was a big no no, right? If you overshoot, you're out. So I remember just going up and just like, I'm just very intense sometimes. Like I just sometimes do things with too much intensity. And so I remember I just tried to like literally let it go. Just let it go. And it sure enough, it was like a perfect shot
Amazing.
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had heard about the practice rounds, but I didn't realize that like it wasn't without the line, which makes it
Yes.
like a lot
Just
less helpful.
yeah, it was a
Yeah.
lot less helpful. Yeah. Yeah. Anytime they would let us practice, it wasn't really helpful. It was just so like, I don't know, we could say that they did give us some sort of practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Trinity quitting, scripted?
Mhm.
Are you gonna tell
So
me about it? Or
so
are you
scripted.
gonna keep it for yourself? Or are you
Oh
gonna
yeah,
talk to me
Trinity's a paid actor.
about
Please don't take that sound clip and make it look like I'm actually
it?
saying that. um, no, it just so happened that somebody who is that incredible and selfless just so happened to make it that far in the game. Like,
I know. I just wanted him to get his orange
I
juice.
love orange
I
juice.
know. Believe me,
Orange juice for a year.
I wanted Trinity to win too if it wasn't me. Like
Yeah.
what a lot of people don't see is like in final six, the closest we had 3 different like pairings basically. Trinity and myself were really really close. Kate and Steve, and then Deja and Perla. So at that point in the game, Trinity was my best friend. I mean, I certainly didn't want him to do what he did, but as the person who was in the worst position for that coin game,
Yeah.
I did benefit the most. Like I'm not gonna lie. Um, I just wish it wasn't him, and I wish he wouldn't have done that. But I mean, I know that he has peace with his decision, and I think that as much as he's getting a little bit of hate over it, I think he's getting a lot of love over it as well.
As a viewer, it would have been really cool if the whole thing was a fake out and then at the end he tricked you. Like, as a
Can you
viewer,
imagine?
I think maybe 20 years down the line you would have respected it. You would have been like, damn, that was
Yeah,
that was
maybe like 30, but yeah.
30, yeah.
That actually would've
Maybe
been the
never, but it would
craziest.
have been an epic moment
Yeah, that would have been
for
the
us.
craziest psych out ever if he pulled
Yeah,
a fast
it
one
would have
on
been
me in that. Oh,
diabolical.
I wouldn't know what to think.
Yeah. He would go
Yeah,
down in history. That would be amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really would.
So then let's get to red light, green light. What happened? You were
Let's
out the first
let's
thing.
not. Let's just skip that. Let's just not.
Why did you fall? What happened?
I didn't fall. That was Steve. I
Oh,
didn't
what? Then
fall.
what'd you do?
What I did is I was racing for millions of fucking dollars, and I don't know what the other ones were racing for, but they weren't racing for as much money as I was. I swear to God. I had a lot of pressure on in that moment, man. 4.56 million US is 6.6 million Canadian, and when we win money here, we don't have to pay taxes. So like, I had that in my head of like, this is so much money. This is it was a lot of pressure. I don't know how to explain it to you. Like 17 days of like no food, no sleep, all to lead up to this one moment. Like I told myself, Vanessa, you have to move the entire song. Coco la di via din di da. On the da, I stopped. My foot like da. I was like this, right? And here everyone else stopped halfway through the song. I didn't think that they would do that. I thought that everyone would move as much as they could. This is for millions of dollars. Like, let's go. Um, but I think when everyone else stopped halfway through the song, I ran the full song. I just think from an editing perspective, it was just stupid easy to make it look like I, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I blame myself, but I don't know if it's necessarily what everyone thinks.
So you don't think you stopped too late? You think maybe,
I think that yes, I did stop too late because I should have stopped halfway through the song.
but you think you still stopped while the song was playing?
In my head, I stopped at the like literally. To me, I know looking back, I messed up, but like yes, to me, I stopped as the music stopped.
Interesting.
I know, I know. I think that production definitely didn't want it to be a blowout. I was well ahead of everyone. I think that no matter what, I'm not trying to blame production though. I want to make that clear. Like I blame myself for my elimination 1000%.
Hmm.
I just wish I would have thought through. I I just I just didn't play it safe enough. Honestly, at the end of the day, I didn't play it safe enough.
What so did it really I feel like during the show it was shown that it happened during the first red light green light. Is that what happened in real life?
Yes, I got out in the first round.
Does does that haunt you every night?
No, honestly, and that's
Why not? It
don't get me
should.
wrong. Don't get me
It
wrong.
should.
I do plenty of self sobbing, what ifing, and ass kicking. Plenty of it. I really do.
Me too.
But
Don't worry.
I'd forever choose going out that way than playing it safe and watching someone cross the line before me. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have to find peace in it, and I think I have in the sense of like you were just trying so hard, girl. Like
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay. Like yeah,
I mean, you made it far. It's a show based on luck. Like, come on. It's
I did pretty good.
you did a
Yeah.
good job. There's a
I was
lot
the
of
only
people.
Canadian after the first game. Like, come on. I
Yeah.
I fucking killed it. Like
Let's
I have
go.
no yeah, I have no regrets. Like, don't get me wrong, there's times where I'm like, "Oh man, if I only just would have won," but like that's life.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
So what's next for you? Just more fishing?
Yeah, more fishing for sure. I'm gonna build some traps this winter with my dad. Like we build the lobster traps by hand, so I'm really excited to do
Cool.
that. And You know, you never know. Maybe like Amazing Race Canada, or
Let's
maybe you'll
go.
see me on the beaches of Fiji with Jeff Probst and
That'd be
Survivor.
amazing. No Survivor Canada right now, so didn't they do
Yeah.
Survivor Quebec at one point? Wasn't there like
Oh,
Quebec?
probably. Quebec has their own thing anytime they can.
Yeah, because they had Survivor Australia versus the world, and one of the people was from Survivor Quebec. So I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Was it?
Yeah. Great
Interesting.
season, by the
Okay.
way. Highly recommend it. Highly
Yes, I
recommend it.
did hear that was a great season. I do want to
Yeah.
watch it. But Canadians are allowed to apply to US Survivor.
Yes. Well,
So
we've had a couple, at least one or two Canadian winners.
I think
So
so. Yep.
Erica was one of them. I don't know.
Erica, um, oh, what's her name? The silly shorter one. Anyway, she was Canadian as
This
well.
new era is tough for me. It's tough. I'm
Yeah,
not a huge
it's all
fan.
good.
Yeah.
Honestly, after they had a couple Canadian winners, they actually stopped taking Canadians for a little while. They're like, "Oh, these guys are just coming in
No,
here and winning."
yeah, they're too good.
So yeah, but no, you never know. And if not, like, I mean, I honestly just love my life the way it is. I think a lot of people go on
Great.
these shows to change their life. I don't. I actually love my life the way it is. I just like the experience of it and meeting new people, and getting to come and chat with people like you. It's cool.
Oh, thank you. That's
I
awesome. Yeah.
know.
So where can people find you online if they want to give you some support and stuff?
Yeah, sure. You can find me on Instagram, Vanessa Clements. I've recently gotten on TikTok reluctantly, but I'm there. So yeah, you guys can find me just Vanessa Clemens with a Z at the end.
Nice. And for
Yeah.
everyone else, I interviewed Mackenzie earlier today. That's up on YouTube. I'm going to be posting it along with this interview to all podcast feeds
Awesome.
very shortly. I'm going to be back at 4:30 p.m. PST interviewing Megan from Married at First Sight, season 19. Excited about that one. And be sure to head to patreon.com/reality alert because it's the Reality Alert holiday sale. Use code HOLIDAY. That's code HOLIDAY for 20% off all Patreon subscriptions. That's huge. That's
I'm writing
annual
that
and
down.
monthly. Yes, Vanessa literally just wrote it down on her hand.
Literally,
Holiday.
with my finger.
Yes, we're starting Love is Blind Italy coverage tomorrow. We're going to Italy, baby, and you can do it for 20% off. Oh my God. We cannot believe it. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok. That's where the tea is. It's crazy over there right now on socials here. The comment section is blowing up. You should go check it out. Isn't that right, Vanessa?
Oh, it's crazy.
It is.
What a time to be alive. What a
It
time
is
to be on
actually
reality
crazy over
television.
there. Yeah. Well, Vanessa, thank you again for joining me here. It was so fun talking to you. I had a great time.
Yeah, thank you. I had a great time. You kidding me? I had a blast.
Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye now.